Today, we are focusing on financial wellness, building generational wealth, and cultivating a mindset full of joy and happiness.
Financial wellness. What are individuals doing wrong? So, financial wellness is very important for financial success. It's part of being healthy.
You've had an incredible journey from being a refugee to a successful businesswoman in Canada.
Being alert that I'm a human being and that my time on planet Earth is very limited. So, choosing to spend my time wisely is one.
Hello there, listeners. Are you looking to build a brighter financial future and cultivate a more joyful life? Hi, this is Kripa Anand, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the strategies and mindsets that empower individuals to achieve success and well being in all aspects of life. Today, we are focusing on financial wellness, building generational wealth, and cultivating a mindset full of joy and happiness. Now, recent trends highlight the increasing importance of financial literacy, long term financial planning, and the significant impact of mindset on overall success and quality of life. This discussion today will provide valuable insights into these crucial areas. Joining us today is Dr. Natasha Bridgmohan, a dynamic leader, entrepreneur, and the driving force behind the Miracle Model and the Canadian Changing Lives Foundation. With a passion for empowering others, Dr. Bridgmohan brings a wealth of knowledge and inspiration to our conversation. So, before further ado, let's welcome her. Dr. Bridgmohan, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm super excited. Thank you for having me here today.
It is our pleasure, and even I'm very excited for this conversation because a lot of people are very curious to understand the financial wellness and the concept that goes behind it, right? So let's start the discussion by understanding what is it. Financial wellness is the key to long-term stability, right? Taking proactive steps today can secure a stronger financial future. So from your perspective, first, please go ahead and explain what do you think individuals are doing wrong? And then explain what is it that they can improve to, build their financial wellness and build a more secure future.
That's such a great question. It's I'll try my very best to put it in a shorter version.
Uh-huh.
But financial wellness, what are individuals doing wrong? So financial wellness is very, very important for financial success. It's
Right.
part of being healthy. And part of being healthy is having money. Whether or not we like money or we abuse money or we need money, it's a valuable tool, currency that we need to survive. So in terms of owning and achieving financial wellness, it's all about mindset and setting goals and
Yes.
building your financial home and making sure that those pillars are strong. For individuals, there's many advice I can give a lot of different people in terms of areas where they're not paying attention or they're
Right.
not maximizing. But the general common consensus for those that are experiencing financial challenges are those that do not budget, that do not plan. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That does not have a goal or a purpose of where they want to be in terms of their financial life. What is their retirement plan? What are their daily costs? What are some of the savings that they need to have for family allowance, for retirement, for education, for buying a home? So I think lack of education is probably the most force right now that I would say that's causing a lot of
Right.
Canadians or people around the world suffering in financial ignorance. And knowledge is power. And I really encourage people to pick up a book or be a member of a local organization in their community, or even have a financial advisor and understanding the pillars of financial freedom. And part of that is getting the knowledge that they need.
Wow, that is very well articulated. I think building on a solid foundation, many are also thinking about the future and how to create lasting wealth. But that is, one thing that a lot of people ignore, and that is budgeting. Now, do you also see a stark contrast between how the entire world is dealing with finance versus how Canadians are dealing with finance?
Yes and no. Canada has made a major shift in the last decade in terms of the social class and economic class and the growth in certain industries. And we can sit here and argue with different economists that, the rich is getting richer, the medium class is splitting and getting poorer, getting richer, and there's no gap, major gaps, and there's an elimination of the middle class. It depends on what area of financial freedom you're talking about. But I would like to say that living in Canada, and being self-employed for almost a quarter of a century, it has become definitely harder for immigrants and young Canadian citizens to start a really good financial plan for themselves, especially if they're living paycheck to paycheck,
Right.
especially if there's job uncertainty, especially right now with tariffs and political unrest and our budget, deficit that we're dealing with at a federal level, provincial level, and municipal level. It comes down and it's passed to the consumer, which affects household budgets and simple things. People are not taking vacation as much.
Right.
Kids are not taking extracurricular activities, and there's a lot of stress in the home.
Right.
And the really most important thing is, I think, world leaders, if you want to talk about it on the world stage, they need to do a more proactive role. Governments and private sectors and nonprofit and charitable foundations need to be more proactive role, not only for poverty of the mind and physical foundations, but poverty in the brain in terms of the lack of financial awareness. Because financial awareness can also eliminate homelessness. It can financial knowledge and financial freedom can also eliminate starvation and eliminate third world country struggles. It's greed. It's a lot of greed, and no one wants to share secrets and success and tips. And a lot of these community and these groups are being suppressed. And I think it's a fundamental human right for everyone to have access to making money, earning money, and saving money. And I think individuals like myself and those that are much more successful and have a world stage voice should be proactive in doing their part in formulating a great mandate for financial education.
Wow, I can certainly vouch that you are doing your part because you are doing amazingly well. And that was, a very practical and very empowering approach. So thank you for highlighting that, Natasha. Now, building on, a solid foundation, many are also thinking about the future and how to create a lasting wealth. So let's now talk about the generational wealth. Now, Doctor, I'd love for you to make our listeners understand, what do you think are some of the most effective strategies for building generational wealth and ensuring a lasting financial legacy for future generations? Why do you think a legacy is required in the first place to begin with?
Oh, that is such a great question. I'm a profound advocate for generational wealth. I think generational wealth is one of the moving factors for financial growth, financial freedom, and success in communities and families around the world. And by building generational wealth, it eliminates a lot of the unknown and the uncertainties in the world. And it's really great to make sure that professionals and business individuals and regular family members that are blue collar workers sit around the kitchen table and educate their children the importance of saving and being financial free and having that financial wellness mindset of positivity and putting money into their day-to-day life and understanding the
Consequences.
the
of it,
consequences and also the benefit
Yes.
of leveraging money, compounding money, saving money, using money, and the relationship between money and others too as well. Generational wealth is so important because it can also help individuals to achieve so much more than working a 9-to-5 job. It also gets to pass on legacies to those individuals and grandchildren that want to inspire and take that money and do great things on planet Earth to expand knowledge and empowerment and provide products and services on planet Earth for their 8-point-something billion people and use that money to do good. So I think generational wealth is absolutely crucial. And it also eliminates poverty and suppression and a lot of challenges that people might face if they don't have that opportunity to inherit their family's success and freedom. And what we do at the Bridge Group of Companies, and I love my model. We'll talk about that in the middle, but generational wealth is a lot of parents and grandparents are in a position right now where, well, I can't hand it over. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and this is all I have. But they have homes and they have equities and they have RSPs and RIFs. So as a financial guru, I would like to say, a wealth manager, what I do is I educate my retirees today to show them how they can achieve two things. They can achieve a very healthy financial portfolio, but where their money can outlive them. Once you're able to build a retirement portfolio where your money can outlive you, then that's when generational wealth can happen, which is really, really, really exciting and fun.
Wow, I love the last part because we never think about it in that capacity, right? But thank you again for highlighting that. This is a very forward thinking perspective. Planning for the future and building a legacy can, have a significant impact for families, and this type of long term vision is very important. Hello there, listeners. Are you looking to build a brighter financial future and cultivate a more joyful life? Remember, taking proactive steps in both your finances and your mindset can lead to lasting success and happiness. Now, let's get back to our conversation with Dr. Bridgmohan and explore the power of a positive mindset. Beyond financial strategies, your philosophy also emphasizes the importance of, our mental and emotional state. Let's delve into cultivating a mindset full of joy and happiness. Now, living with a mindset full of joy and happiness can significantly impact how we approach day to day tasks or everyday life, right? From your perspective, again, Doctor, what are some practical techniques and mindset shifts that individuals can adopt to cultivate a greater sense of joy and happiness in their lives?
Oh gosh, there are many different personalities in this world, and
Yeah.
there's many different individuals that have their specialty, their god-given talent.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone who's found the true fountain of happiness, they have to share it with me, because life is just a journey, and nothing is permanent. It's an illusion here on planet Earth, and we're just going through chapters.
Yes.
Right? I think one of the few things that I have learned to achieve, I guess, a very gratification day full of abundance and happiness as much as I can, is to practice a few things. First of all, don't let anyone be the thief of your own joy. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
You are going to interact with people, and you're going to experience happy people, not so nice people, mean people. And don't let them shift your movement in terms of what your goals are for that day. So
Right.
again, don't let anyone be the thief of your own joy. Second, of all, you really have to understand to forgive and to move on, because not being able to forgive anyone or any situation, it's a big bag of coal that you're carrying, and you're just lugging it through
Right.
life, and you're really missing out on great memories and experiences on the limited time that we have on planet Earth.
Right.
So third, consistency equals success. I really believe if you have no method to your madness,
Yeah.
and you're running around in life not knowing where you're going and coming, I think it's really important to plan and to really kind of set aside time for work-life balance. That's really key. The work hard, play hard concept is also a very good thing. And keep your circles small. It's not how many people know you, it's those at the end of your life when you're in your deathbed and you're surrounded by your loved ones. You want to be able to say, wow, I'm so happy this was my circle and I was able to build this memory. I can close my eyes and move on to the afterlife and be happy. So a lot of people are reaching for instant gratification and praise from others.
Right.
You are responsible for your happiness, not your spouse, not your children, not your employer, not the Uber driver. And so it's really important that people bring perspective to life and to understand that we really don't have a lot of time on planet Earth. I think a lot of people are misguided and in terms of what 24 hours mean, or what 160 hours a week means, or what 60 minutes means, or what 30 seconds means. And I bring that into perspective in my life every day to be blessed. And I write in my gratification journal. I meditate. I do yoga. I pray,
Wow.
I jog, and I put myself first, and I learn to say no, and I surround myself with others who uplift me and support me. So there's a lot of things, but happiness is in the eyes of the beholder and the feeling of the person. What is your happiness? Some people can say my happiness is dancing every weekend with my friends. Some people can say my happiness is binging Netflix with my partner. Some people could say my happiness is going on a jog with my dog. So there is no secret of what happiness truly is. It is what you are content with and what makes you happy.
Wow, I'm going to play this part every morning so that it hasn't impacted me.
Mhm.
But no, definitely very well said. I completely agree. Happiness is a state of mind, and you should not let any external factors hinder your own peace of mind. That's Yeah.
External factors are always going to happen. I
Yes.
can guarantee that there's something challenging or not so good happening in your day every day. You can never have a perfect day. But one of the things that I have learned to shift is to remove negative words from my vocabulary
Hmm.
and turn them into positive. So, like for example, people, instead of using the word pessimistic, you know what? Be optimistic.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing the glass half empty, see the glass
Half
half
full.
full.
Yeah.
So, using positive words or positive affirmations or positive metaphors, these are things that can help. For me, if I have a really, really bad day, I would breathe in and out and in 30 seconds and just bring myself back to the surface. And there's a couple things that I say. Nothing is permanent. All bad things come to an end. And if I'm having a really tough, low day, I will look at my grandparents and look at my loved ones that are no longer with me on planet Earth and look at them and say, wow, what am I really upset about? Or what am I really hurt about? What am I really angry about? They're no longer here in my life. What would I do to replace to have them here in my moment with me in my space of where I'm breathing and living, and everything somehow doesn't matter anymore.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Everything becomes very small now. So you have to humble yourself and really, I think a lot of people were living in a very illusional world, and a lot of people take things for granted or permanently or a little bit too serious. So live it up. Life is too short. I laugh so hard sometimes where I have to run to the washroom. I play and dance in the rain. I hug my cats. I humble myself with my teenage son, 18-year-old, and my daughter who's in her mid-20s, and I humble myself to learn about all these new TikTok and these reels and these words and these songs and these moves, and just understanding their journey and their experience of the pressure that they have to go through with that generation. So I try to pivot and experience that each generation as I build relationship to understand where they've come from, how they're seeing things, and try to respect their views.
Wow, again, very well put. I'm very, a little overwhelmed by the answer as well. That was a very uplifting and essential message for our listeners. A positive mindset, can truly transform our experience of the world. And I think this kind of focus on well being is incredibly valuable. So, once again, thank you to her. All right, we'll take a quick break right here, but don't go anywhere. We've got more to discuss on how to build a joyful mindset and empower your future.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us. Still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep. Healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah. Well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep. That's all us. That's all UPS.
Welcome back, listeners. Let's dive deeper into how resilience and the miracle model are changing lives and shaping success for others. Now, coming back to you, your journey, Natasha, highlights the strength found in overcoming adversity, right? Let's explore how that resilience shapes your work and your commitment to empowering others. You've had an incredible journey from being a refugee to a successful businesswoman in Canada. Now, Doctor, can you share some key moments and lessons from your personal journey that have shaped your approach to business and life? What inspires you, in your work, and what is it that keeps you going?
Wow, that's such a great question. 5 things that keeps me going. First and foremost, being alert that I'm a human being and that my time on planet Earth is very limited. So choosing to spend my time wisely is one. Second, relationships, valuing my relationship, my inner circle, whether it's my immediate family, my extended family, my friends, or my business colleagues, and giving them the time and being and living in the moment with them and doing things with them and experiencing things and building great memories. Three, keeping my mind awakened and alert. We use less than 5% of our brain powers.
Yes, yeah.
So our mind is extremely unawakened and we're not utilizing it. So really nurturing my mind and my brain, reading, mentoring, doing yoga, doing meditation, praying, or sometimes just practicing something called silence. Just chill. Don't say nothing and just really kind of absorb Mother Nature. Fourth, knowledge. Knowledge is power. Always trying to be ahead of, the bell curve. Always trying to be a trendsetter, a trailblazer, and inspiring others. And for me, one of the biggest things that gets me going every single day is being able to receive this gift from God to inspire others, change their lives, sit down with them and understand what their journey is, what their story is, where they're coming, where they're going, and how we're able to define their purpose of what they're here to do and try to give them resources and tools, a path, and start their chapter. And I love that. I love that I'm a dream maker and turning dreams into goals and,
Wow.
and logistically putting things together. I love that.
Amazing. That's a truly remarkable and inspiring story. I think your resilience and determination that clearly shows is evident in your life story. If I were to ask you if there's one lesson that you've learned from Canada's experience, the Canadian experience that you have, what would it be?
In terms of business, personal, or
Life.
in terms of life? Wow. Okay. Being a Canadian citizen, coming here into this country as a refugee, some of the biggest takeaways that I have learned being a Canadian is, number one, how blessed and lucky I am to be living in a civilized country. When you see the pain and suffering that is happening in the world, it brings me to tears because I wish I can just, spray on my pixel dust and everything could just go away, or I can pray and it will all go away. But being able to live in a civilized country is amazing. Number two is being able to fulfill my entrepreneur dreams, being able to have the freedom to build whatever I want to build without being judged. One of the things that makes me really proud to be Canadian is also the opportunity to work and live in an inclusive community. I mean, even with all due respect, I love New York City, but there are so many different beautiful people from all over the world, many different languages, creed, sex, religion. It's amazing. And most part of it, everyone just gets along. You can go on Yonge Street and you can find 50 different restaurants from 50 different countries.
Right.
That is amazing. Like for me, for my company, I have over 16 different languages and 30 different country of employees all
Oh my
over the
God.
world.
Yeah.
And that is phenomenal to be able to do that. And also Canada has 4 seasons. there's not much countries where you can go that has
And experience
all four seasons, from the beautiful winter in Banff, Alberta, to the beautiful summers in southern Ontario, to the beautiful springs in the East Coast with the whales and the dolphins, and then the beautiful fall in the mountains in BC. It's phenomenal. This country is beautiful in nature, people, class. And there's a lot of things that we can learn from the rest of the world. We have a lot of ways to go and a lot of things that we need to grow in. But I'm very, very proud to be Canadian, and I would never give up my passport.
Wow. Though definitely, on a serious note, your dedication to helping others, it's truly admirable. Now, Doctor, let's delve into how these values that you talked about shape your broader mission and the vision for the future. Your work with the Changing Lives Foundation, it's truly inspiring, focusing on impactful change and helping people, transform their lives for the better. Can you explain and help our listeners, understand what exactly is the model miracle and what does it represent, especially this changing lives practice? What is it all about?
Wow. So I'm a fan of acronyms. In our office, we use hundreds of acronyms every single day. And our miracle brand is actually an acronym. But it also means miracle. We perform miracles every single day in the office. I have amazing staff members, and they're ordinary people that do extraordinary things,
Yes.
which is amazing. The miracle brand, the Bridge Group of companies, we basically service the HR operations, IT, and marketing and accounting facilities of many different corporations under our brand. And we have a mortgage brokerage team. We have investment companies. We have real estate subdivisions, from real estate realtors to development, property management and renovation and repairs. We also have the word aid. And the word aid has two different parts. We're running a startup pharmaceutical right now in the US. And the aid also means our charity, which is our CCLF, Canadian Changing Lives Foundation. And I'm so, I did this bucket list 25 years ago. And on my bucket list, one of the things I wanted to do is to open up a foundation. But what if I tell you this foundation that will not serve food or clothing or do any of that drive, but help eliminate the need for food and clothing by financial literacy? So if we educate everyone where they can be self-reliant, self-independent, then they don't need to go to food banks. Then they don't need to live on the streets. So how do we help people become financially wise, financially responsible? Is through financial education. And that's what the Canadian Changing Lives Foundation is all about. It's through financial literacy, and for safety and security from youth to family members, in different dynamics, single parents, divorced individuals, and seniors too as well. So we're going to be doing some great financial foundation work, along with security and financial estate and protection, to help all Canadians and refugees and immigrants really, really, really become very successful in this great nation we called Canada. And then, of course, after the A is C, we have a consulting group called Intelligent Consulting Group, where we specialize in retirement planning, wealth planning, credit, even legal separation. Then we have our legal division that specializes, our law firm specializes in real estate, wills, estate, corporate, and small claims and landlord-tenant board transactions. And then we have our lending division, and we also have E for many different things: entertainment, Earnex, and Echoes TV. That's all about sales and think about Netflix meets Masterclass. This is Echoes TV, and
Wow.
I am the co-founder, the vice president, and I'll be in California at the Writers Guild Theater, and we're going to be relaunching this new brand of what we're doing in terms of the startup. It's fabulous, and Echoes TV is fabulous. It's bold. It's inspiring. And Earnex, it's all about individuals who have a network, whether they're an influencer or they're a business owner or they're a sales associate, where you can sign up and refer your clients to complete their transactions they need, and you get paid for it through our marketing platform. So it's all
Amazing.
about helping people
Yeah.
scale their business, scale their financial net worth,
Right.
build financial freedom. invest in confidence, guiding towards financial freedom. It's all about doing good on planet Earth. And the more people that I can change their lives in a better way, the more I will feel that gratification on my purpose on planet Earth. And I look forward to meeting all the Steves, the Johns, the Priyas, the Vishnus, the Johns, you name it. I am so excited to be part of the Changing Lives Foundation, and I can't wait to bring it national.
Amazing. Firstly, huge congratulations on that milestone and all that you've achieved. It sounds like a very comprehensive and impactful framework. Being financially intelligent and also emotionally intelligent and having a passion for giving back to the community, that's truly commendable. Now, before we let you go, Doctor, and I don't want this conversation to end because I'm loving each second of this. For our listeners, if there's one piece of core advice that you have for them, something that you want them to immediately do right after listening to this episode, what would it be and why?
Grab your favorite drink, whether it's a cup of tea or chai or a mocktail or cocktail. Go to a quiet space. Grab a book, watch a YouTube video, or sign up for a course. And you hit it on the Neil earlier on emotional intelligence.
Right.
Try to increase your emotional IQ. You can learn and master anything in this world, but if your emotional intelligence is poorly performing, you are going to burn a lot of bridges. You're going to end a lot of relationships. You're not going to be financially successful for a long period of time. So emotional intelligence is the key to everything in life, and people don't understand that. That is the key, is emotional intelligence.
Wow, that was Dr. Natasha Bridgmohan, you guys. It was an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thank you. It was very, very excited. And you know where to find us, guys. And,
Yes.
and I'm here to help everyone if you are ready to, be heard.
Amazing. Thank you. All right, that was an insightful conversation with Dr. Natasha Bridgmohan on achieving financial wellness, building generational wealth, and cultivating a mindset full of joy and happiness. Her miracle model and her work with the Canadian Changing Lives Foundation are making a significant impact. We also want to congratulate Dr. Bridgmohan on her recent honorary doctorate and the exciting developments at her new facility. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. We really appreciate your continued support. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more expert insights and resources that can help your business thrive. You can also visit our website, CanadianSME.ca. And lastly, a very special thank you to our podcast partners, RBC, UPS, and Google, for their ongoing commitment to empowering small businesses in Canada. Until next time, keep innovating and striving for success, and we'll see you in the next episode. Kripa, Anand signing off.